Sound bridge, take one, part one, stand by. This is the new emergency operating headquarters for Atlanta City and Fulton County Civil Defense. It is here in the time of a tornado or any natural disaster that officials of government can contact the Bureau of Water, every MARTA bus for that example, Atlanta Gas Company, and the Department of Environment and Street. And it is here where government would take over in case of an emergency. Take two, sound bridge, stand by. This is the new emergency operating headquarters for Atlanta City and Fulton County Civil Defense. It is here in time of a tornado or a natural disaster of any kind where officials of government can contact everybody from a MARTA bus to the Atlanta Gas Company, Department of Environment and Street, and just about everybody they'd need to contact in time of an emergency. It's where the government would run from. And they had good food, and everybody joined. The Army's officers.
When I got back from Washington, cured all of the alcohol for 1 ounce of scotch and water, and then another quarter tax. That's one of the best ways to cure it, I know.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Al is, I really enjoy it. Al is basically a history officer. I can tell by the gravel agitators.
I went up to Frank, but I was just got a typical fucking information on it. Gary Guthrie, I've been working with him. He called the phone one night. You know Gary? Okay, my son answered the phone. I didn't work with him too much, but
Make sure it's all wrapped up well by it. Exactly what will be happening one time he gets that information.
I've got to make 2 phone calls first. Great. Thank you. KXB 608, Atlanta Fulton County Civil Defense conducting an unannounced test of the Plectron warning system. All participating commercial stations, municipal receiver units, and remote transmission points are requested to acknowledge receipt of this test message by calling 659-6257. All Atlanta public schools are requested to acknowledge receipt by calling your respective area offices. All administrative offices are requested to acknowledge receipt by calling the school detective's office. Thank you for your cooperation. Timeout 11:13 hours, 29 February 1980. KXB 608, Atlanta, Fulton County Civil Defense clear.
Meteorological Society, we felt that, for example, other cities of similar size had done more, had spent more money. But if they
Some
don't,
have.
yeah.
Some haven't. Some haven't done.
That's right.
Haven't done as much.
Exactly.
Does that help?
Bill, let's start out talking about what's going to happen this Thursday. What are you going to do in downtown Atlanta when the warning is sounded, or when the warning is given by the National Weather Service?
Upon receipt of the information from the National Weather Service, first of all, we will activate our Plectron equipment. We will activate the sirens, outdoor sirens we have. We do not have enough to cover the area, but we will activate that. Our Plectron equipment goes into all of the broadcast media, that is the major broadcast media of the area, also to all of the schools within the City of Atlanta school system. That will be our first action. Then in addition to that, to help augment and to help test the system, this year we will roll all the fire equipment outside of the fire stations onto the apron, have them to sound their sirens that's on the fire apparatuses, we'll ask each one of the police cars to go return to their respective police beats, sound the sirens, and use the public address system to explain to the citizenry that it is a test, and we're trying to find out what we're reaching in the way of the citizenry, and should we be confronted with an actual tornado warning.
If an actual tornado warning happens, God forbid, tornado comes close to, through Fulton County or through the city of Atlanta, do you feel you would have the time to roll out the fire trucks and the police cars to do what you're going to do in the drill or not?
Yes, sir. The one that hit us in 75, I had 14 minutes warning time from the time that the Weather Bureau had the tornado warning, when they converted it to a tornado warning rather than a severe weather front. And we had the information out on the air within 60 seconds from the time that the information was released from the Weather Bureau to us.
I know that you feel you would like to get a new siren system that's going to cost you a lot of money, probably more than it's available. But even with, say you had the ultimate siren system you possibly could have, what about people indoors? Can they depend on a siren system to hear a warning?
No, sir, this is a very serious situation, and I wish that some way I could get the message across. The outdoor sirens, or the sirens, is set up outside, and if we had enough to cover the city of Atlanta and Fulton County, we'd be looking at an installation cost, purchase and installation cost of $1,600,000. Then we'd be looking at another $52,000 a year, maintenance and service charges, recurring charges on the services that had to be provided. To have an adequate warning system, the businesses, the companies must tie in some way, either with the National Weather Service or buy equipment that will match in with our Plectron gear, where that they can tie it in and then have some in-house warning system to their employees or to the shoppers that happen to be in the business.
What do you feel about businesses downtown here now?
I feel that the majority of them are really and truly looking at and trying to find some way that they can do their job better as well. I know that I had one hotel management that was in yesterday to pick up the film the day of the killer tornado, showing it to all of their employees and trying to get them better educated upon their procedures within the hotel. Remember, the guests in that hotel have no knowledge of what they're confronted with unless the hotel responds. And I think it's commendable for the hotel to take that action.
What can you do as a group, as a civil defense organization? Is there only so much that you can do to warn the people, do you think?
Well, we can put the information out over the systems we have, but we cannot go into the buildings. Remember that the buildings with the other equipment that's in operation, it would be impossible to expect the sirens to reach inside the building. It's designed as an outdoor warning system. I wish that all of the companies, all of the businesses would have a receptionist or someone that would either have a weather radio or a radio tied in, or a TV tied into some system where that they in-house then could put out the warning to their fellow employees, where the management would be in a position to make a decision as what action should be taken.
One final question. A lot of new people in town, and people are used to hearing the sirens midday on Wednesday when you test them. In an actual alert, is there something that they can, if they're outside, listen for? Is it a special siren? How do you sound your siren?
We will sound the siren just like we do at lunch on Wednesday, except that it will run for a period of 3 minutes. It'll be the same tone, but it will be for a 3-minute period.
Which would be similar to what you would do in a real warning situation.
Right. Now, if we had a nuclear attack, then we would be at a different ball game. We would have to go to the fluctuating signal.
Thank you. That's great.
I thank you. But when we start relating in those terms, we better have some kind of a program in place back home to protect us 222 million 30 minutes. And no shelters, lose approximately 40 million people. The United States would lose roughly 140 million. 140 million out of 222 million doesn't leave us a hell of a lot to fight back with.
No.
The core of the building, and then down in the basement areas of the buildings,